The kids usually come in and they start out by playing in the game rooms. We offer homework help for the kids that need help with their homework. And then halfway through the day we bring them all down into the auditorium and we sit them down and we do daily devotion, and we also have prayer time where they can request things that they'd like us to pray for them and for their family. And then we eat together. We eat a meal every day after school, and then after the meal we do structured activities, so guitar lessons, art, drama club, any number of the things that the kids would like to be involved in, and also our computer labs.
Love to play guitar with them. We do that rocking with Randy, and we play guitar. We teach them all the basics. Today was my first daily D, and it was amazing. It was fun. I like teaching the kids, about my mistakes so they don't make them.
Showing how this guy, he was blind, and all he did for every day he went to the temple, and he held out his cup and he said, people came by, he asked for money, hey, can you spare some money?
I know that my reason to be here is because God says, and whatever that involves, whether it's, just to pick something up, to cook something, or to pray with the child, whatever it is, then I know that's what I'm doing.
It means to me that it's like my home.
I come to the Hope Center because it's a fun place to hang out, and if you have problems, they will help you with your problems.
When I first came here and I cussed, Joe, he told me not to cuss, and I changed doing since. And I love Jesus now, and he saved me.
Probably about the last 6 or 7 months I've been able to come up every day we're open, and just really being like a role model and a mentor to some of the kids.
First started volunteering here was Hope Fest last year, so August I believe, and I've seen it in the community, previous Hope Fest, and this year I was like, hey, I'm going to go help out. I want to be a part of something bigger than me.
A lot of people think Hope Fest is just a bunch of teenagers in the street making a lot of noise, but we originally came up with the idea for Hope Fest is we really just wanted to take our message of hope, and our love for Jesus out into the street for everyone to see, to not just keep it within our four walls here. And then we praise and worship in the streets. We have Christian bands come in, and we really just take that message outdoors and share it with the community as a whole. The one thing when we started the Kids Cafe program, I really didn't want this to be the place where poor kids come to eat, where everyone knew, like, if you're going to the Hope Center, that's where the poor kids go to eat. And for that reason, we don't check their income. We feed every kid who comes here, so they're here, they're hanging out, and most of the kids that come here in the beginning, they come because they're looking for a meal, because they're hungry. And, but it's not a stigmatizing environment at all.
One student in my class who every day when we're doing the calendar, when we go through the days of the week, he'll say, "Is it Fabulous Friday yet?" Because he knows that that's backpack day, and that's the day he gets to take the backpack home full of food from the Hope Center, and he always brings it back on Monday because he knows on Monday they have to bring it back so he can get it filled. And to watch that go on in my room is just exciting, because I know over the weekend that he's going to have some food that he can actually open and eat. It's easy food that they can handle.
And we'd have kids that would come in and they'd say, my little brother's at home and he's not old enough to come up here, and can I take some granola bars home? Or, can I save a little bit of my meal and take it home? And that was kind of our response to that. Every day we fill up backpacks full of non-perishable food items that the kids can take home for the weekend to meet their needs when we're not open, and also share with their siblings.
We have parents who have been very excited and thankful for the extra help. We did have some call recently and ask about it. What are these kids doing bringing these backpacks home, and what's inside of them, and how could I get one? So we're trying to get those to all the families that truly need the extra help. At Thanksgiving time, the Hope Center also provided all of our families with a turkey, a 10 to 12 pound turkey that they got to take home for the holidays.
I never realized I grew up in a good home. Some kids just don't have the parents that take the time to be parents with them. And also there's kids that are hungry. You don't think, I always had a full belly, and you just never think that there's kids in Willard that go hungry and they need food.
I think it's really unfortunate that we live in a society where you really don't have to see anything that you don't want to see. I really feel that if you don't see the needs, that you're maybe not looking close enough. The things that I see and hear in this building sometimes are heartbreaking. There was one time in particular where I had a boy that was wearing a necklace that I commented on. It was like a homemade necklace, and I said, that's a really cool necklace you have, and he's like, oh, thanks. And I was like, did you make it? And he said no, that he didn't, that his mom made it in prison. And he said that, he didn't even blink an eye. He just was like, yeah, my mom's in prison, she made me this necklace. And I said, well, you must really miss her. And he goes, no, I don't really miss her. She loved drugs more than she loved me. And that was a really hard day being at the Hope Center.
It's a blessing to be here. There's so many kids here that get to see, you know, the love of God through us. It's nothing that we do except by being obedient.
For me, like the big thing is like the little things when you first start seeing them making changes. Like it's a small thing, but the thing that stands out in my mind the most is there's one kid that I've been talking to for a little while. Used to always get in trouble and stuff, and then during Daily D one day, I had to say something to this group of kids that he was part of, you know, a couple of times, and the second time, he picked his chair up and moved away from them. So it's like those little things of, hey, they're actually wanting to start make a change, and to see him get up and move away from his friends so they wouldn't get in trouble, it's just like, that was like the first time I was like, wow, they're really wanting to make a change.
The Hope Center is about hope, but it's also giving the kids a future where they may not have, they're getting living skills and they may not get at home. And so it's really giving them a future. And there's, you can save the world, but it's really impossible. You just gotta save one kid at a time. And that's how you really, I'm tearing up, but that's how you really change the world, is just one kid at a time.